be going through Reddit. So, okay, so entitled customers demands a refund and karma got him in the end. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this happened a few years ago while I was working as an assistant store manager for a big box automotive retail store. Okay, I wrote this down right after it happened. Right, no names were used for course English. No, no names were used for course. My English is my first language. English is my first language. Apology for any formatting errors, and this is a bit long side TL/DR at the end. So let's get on with it. Me, okay. C core TW score. Okay. All right. So let's go. I was working the afternoon/evening shift, as I often did. It's just a normal day. Customers coming and going early on in my shift. Entitled customer comes into the store and picks out a set of headlights that he thinks will work for his car. I offered to check and see if they were the right ones, as I didn't want him to be inconvenienced to have to do a return later if he had picked out the wrong item. He declined and said he was in a hurry and he knew he had the right item and to stop wasting his time. I crashed him out and he went on his way. Before leaving, I informed him that our company policy was that if any electronic item would open, that it could not be returned. Okay, makes sense. Oh god, this is, I know what's gonna happen. This is pretty like basic. About an hour later, entitled customer comes back to the store demanding a refund that I sold him the wrong product. There we go. No, I bought this. You told me the wrong thing. This is what he's trying to say, dude. I again informed him if the policy he asked. I can't speak. I again informed him if the policy and asked if he had opened the product and tried to install it on his vehicle. He said yes. He then made a smart-ass comment about, don't you know, uh, don't you know you have to open to see if it works? In no way, shape, or form did I have an attitude when I told him that if he would have let me do my job and look up the parts, he wouldn't be in this situation. Apparently, this pissed him off. I pissed him on the floor, man. His mouth won't shut up. What do you expect? Okay. He left the store for a few minutes, I assumed to calm down. Then came back and told me he buzzed he bought the right product at our competitor and he wanted his freaking money. I told him that I could not complete a return for him. I pointed at the return policy on the counter. He said he didn't give a fake. He didn't give a fake. He didn't give a fake. He wanted his freaking money or there would be hell to pay. Yeah, paying the devil, that's great. I told him he was no longer welcome at the store. Welcome to the store. Get out of my place. What the hell am I saying, man? Okay, welcome to the store. Get out. And he needed to leave, to which he refused. I told him that if he didn't leave, I would call the police and have him arrested for trespassing and causing disturbance. He said, frick you, call him. I don't give a frick. I want my $20. All of this over $20, and he couldn't wait. Now, I feel like 2020 is gonna have like a war of the Karens, where like a bunch of Karens collide together and literally have a war. And if that happens, that's gonna be the end of 2020. We're dead. We're dead if that happens. They will emerge out of their disgusting unvaccinated caves, and they're gonna beat us. They're gonna beat the frick out of us. All right. Unbeknownst to me, uh, co-worker, okay, a CW was already too on the phone with police dispatch telling him that we had an unruly customer in the store and refused to leave. Entitled customer finally realized he wasn't going to bully me into giving him and returned and started walking while saying, "Don't let me catch you, Biff. Ass outside of here, I'm going to shoot you." What the hell, man? This is what's wrong with people. And there's something wrong with music. There's something wrong with people, man. Just why? Stop. Stop being a-holes. Okay, let's continue. The co-worker was telling dispatch everything that was happening. Entitled customer finally left, and a few minutes later, I heard the crackling of a police radio in the distance. CW was telling the PO that I was the one involved and to talk to me about the incident. Police came over to me on me, asked for and ran my credentials, also asking for the details of the incident. I told the police what happened and told him we have it on security camera. Also, I offered to show him the incident on and gave him a copy as he would be pressing charges. Okay, so we're over here, right? Okay, let's see how long this thing. Alright, we're almost through. Police looked at the footage of the incident and took a copy of evidence purposes. He wrote the report and it had me, CW, and a few other CWs write statements as to what happened. PW asked if he knew EC's name. Okay. I told him I did and could also provide his address and phone number as he was on our computer system for warranty purposes on the right terms. Oh, okay. When I told PO his name, he said, "I know who he is. He's a bad dude, and not take his threat lightly. I wanted to press charges for threats, trespassing, and disorderly conduct." Alright, I just have to take a breathe in and out because entitled people are the worst. Like, why? Why do they exist, man? Okay, once UK's court date got closer and I was preparing myself to go test it. You got into court? Jesus, just because of a headlight. Okay, so he got the wrong headlight. He wanted a refund, and it ended up into court. Now that's weird, but I guess it should be done. I received a call from DA telling me their charges were dropped and they didn't have to testify in court. I asked why EK's charges were dropped. He told me that EK made a plea deal and that the charges from his warrants were going to be put him in prison for a long time. Being curious, I asked DA what charges from EK's warrants. He told me I could not release that information at this time. I asked when his court date was going to be that I wanted to try and be there. Luckily for me, I wrote the schedule at work, so when I found out the date, I gave myself that day off. Alright. I went to court and found an entitled customer had been charged with first-degree murder. Okay then. Conspiracy to commit murder, felon in possession of a firearm. Jesus. So you found a criminal just because you... Okay, so imagine being a Karen and being a criminal at the same time. It's gonna be like, Let me talk to your manager about this gun. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. I'll make a joke about it later. Alright, so in multiple drug related charges. Okay then, he ate some magic mushrooms and he got into jail. He was found guilty on all charges and is currently serving life without parole. After the court case, I thought to myself that somehow I had hand in helping catch this guy. He at least didn't know where he was until then. I gave them entitled customer's address, but to think they got the information over a 20 return that couldn't be made. Eventually I know eventually people would have caught him, most likely over something stupid like a blown headlight. Karma wins again. Alright, let's give this an upvote. Okay, so next story. I saw this. The hell? My uncle threatens my life for being gay. I'm out. People are insane. I'm out. People need help. I'm out. I have to continue the video. Okay, so hi everyone. This story is short. This is short. Ah yes, this is short. Is it actually this short? Okay. Hey everyone, the story is short, but it's a good one. I'm on mobile, sorry for any format errors. My first language is English, but honestly, I'm just stupid. Okay, so he's homophobic. Alright, so. Wait, the uncle's homophobic. Ah. So my story takes place on 4th of July and last summer before my senior years of high school. It was first summer visiting my dad in North Dakota. My dad's friend was hosting a 4th of July party. We were all invited, including one of my dad's friend who was very much gay. I was very much out as band at this point, but I didn't shove it down people's throat. Just a rainbow bracelet I never took off. I still have it, and that was 6 years ago. My dad also invented my uncle in town. Oh, sorry, invited. I like invented. Invited my uncle who was in town anyway for a visit. So I worked out. It worked out. My uncle had no idea I was gay. I knew he wasn't comfortable with it, so I never told him. Not really a person to he wasn't around much. And again, I didn't shove it down anyone's throat. So why make it a point? Here's where the story begins. So we were all at the party enjoying the weather, being eaten alive by mosquitoes and just enjoying company. You know mosquitoes just bite your flesh off and it's just amazing, isn't it? Okay. Then Danny comes a little late, but us gays are always fashionably late. Anyways, he comes wearing a cat brand hat. For those who don't know what is a brand of heavy machinery used. Oh, okay, that cat thing. My uncle does construction and he uses a cat brand a lot. He was very offended that this gay man was wearing a hat for a company. He gets in the face, starts talking poopy. Poopy! So my dad, girlfriend Sammy came to rescue. Hey Opie, Danny, we need to grab some fireworks, come with me. Me slash Danny, sure Sammy. The three of us leave and Sam explains to me what was going on because I was absolutely oblivious and it honestly made me very upset. We get back to the party and my uncle is gone. I over my Oh, I overhear my dad telling Sammy he kicked my uncle from the party and told him to wait at the house. Let's not party go. It's fine, and we are head home after fireworks. Once we go sit around the potato with my now very drunk uncle, he goes on this long rant about gays and doesn't know how it's disgusting and how he could have taken the guy down. Usually, when my uncle is this drunk, he doesn't remember things in his things. The next morning, so I got some balls and looked at my uncle, sat up, cleared my throat. Me, uncle name. I have a girlfriend. And bye. It was easier to explain. I date girls and guys, so please shut up. The waiter was silent. Sammy starts laughing. She was drunk too, and my uncle's wife said she was proud of me. My uncle drank more and changed the subject. The rest of the night went alright. The next morning, I was sleeping on the couch while my uncle and his wife were packing up. My dad woke me up slowly so I could say bye before him, and my uncle's wife left the house. My uncle gives me a hug and says before looking around to make sure we are alone and grabbing me by the throat, don't think I forget what you told me last night. We're gonna have to. She squeezed to fix that. Jesus. He pulled away and just left the house and Stan definitely wasn't going back to sleep. I didn't know what to do. I just sat there. I didn't tell anyone for a year. My brother moved in with my dad. Wait, I got a message. Give me a sec. It's just some bot. Alright, from Vegas to North Dakota, and my uncle came to visit him. So I told my brother it took everything my brother had not to shoot my uncles for threatening. I told my dad few years after that. Sorry, this story was kind of heavy. My uncle has gotten a lot better, but still has the effects to me this day. I hope this counts as entitled parents. Sorry if not. This this is known for abuse, man. You can't just go up to gay people and start them, right? Are you actually idiot? Huh? Are you stupid? I'll call the cops. Okay, so this is the last story. I know it's pretty short. What? Yeah. I'll call the cops! I'll call the cops! But I'm only 7. Yep, a lady wanted to call the cops on me. I was only 7. I didn't know better. I have 4 annoying brothers, one entitled sister, an abusive father, and a bipolar mother that stayed in the room because she was scared and didn't have correct combination of pills. That's a horrible way to start. We used to live in a trailer court and the neighbors were always so nosy. There was the one elderly lady across the street that always looked out the window and watched us play, talk about creepy. One day I was outside with one of my brothers. He hit me, so I hit him back instead. It was what I had in my head at the time. I wasn't thinking. He began to cry at the story behind. Entitled person. Entitled person. Me. What? Okay. Entitled person. Me. What? What is it? I don't understand. Yeah, okay, I'm stupid. Me F. Hey, get away from him. Hey, get away from him. He comes out of her house and stops towards me. What? He's my brother, and he hit me first. I don't care who you are. I'll lay another hand on him and I'll have a cast. Why don't you have I need help. You should call the cops on me instead. I need help. Maybe put me in an asylum, man. I really need help. But I live here. I'm only 7. She wouldn't listen to me and kept on yelling at me as Zilby went to get F. They both came outside trying to back away, but she kept coming closer. Ma'am, get away from my daughter. I will handle this. She kept on yelling for a few minutes longer until my brother hugged and bailed. I didn't hit her first, and she's my sister anyway. She apologized after she had done it. I'll call the house on this on your little guns, and she stopped back out on the porch as she watched me ever since I make sure she's gone before I go and flip. Okay, that's annoying, honestly. Alright, so this is what she probably stomped like. Give me a second, let me grab a book. So this is what she stomped like an actual elephant. Because that's what it feels like. Titled homeless. Okay, I'll make that for another video. Right, so wait a second. This is a different. What the hell? This is a different account. Why am I in this account? Bruh. Well, I guess that's enough for today. And now we know why we're gonna die in 2020. You think this is like a plan of the Karens, like to end 2020 for all of us? Once the mouse go together like this, and so yeah. See you guys next time. Bye bye.